Wonderful to see you this Friday afternoon in what in Scotland is a very a warmer day than it was yesterday. It was -4 yesterday, so we're a bit warmer today. Um, I see a few people are now joining, coming in, and that's great. If you can just keep an eye on the chat, pop in your details where you're from, let us know about you. And if you have any questions or queries, you can put them in the chat also. So we're going to get cracking. This is one of our welcome webinar sessions. And we run these about 4 times a year for really 2 purposes: for people who have already joined the Nursing Now community and they want to find out a bit more about what we offer, who our community is, and we have some special guests usually in these sessions. And then the other purpose of having welcome webinars are for people who are interested in joining. And again, just sharing some of the key elements of the community and helping people understand a little bit more, and really to see that we are very friendly and welcoming, and that we are about early career nurses. And you'll see some of them there. And I want just to say I wanted to say bonjour to Gauthier, who is the president of the French Federation of Nursing Students. So welcome. We're so delighted that you're with us. We were very enthused when we started connecting with you, because France has been an area that we have been really interested in engaging with. So that's absolutely wonderful. And I see we also have our Canadian colleagues with us too. From the Federation of Nurses Unions. Thank you so much. I think Adela's with us from Canada. And we have someone from Mongolia who's working in Scotland. How about that? So we are a big, vast and multicultural community. So the order of today will be myself giving a short sort of overview of the Nursing Now Challenge, and then we have a fantastic surprise, which is our new Chief Executive, Clare Cable, who is joining us. Clare's been with us for just over a month at the Burdett Trust for Nursing. And the Burdett Trust for Nursing is the largest charity in the UK for nursing and has a very significant role to play globally also. Its connections with Nursing Now Challenge, Nursing Now, and key strong relationships and partnerships with WHO, ICN, etc. So Clare is our guest keynote speaker today. Then the bit you've all been waiting for and we all love, it's our favourite bit of our sessions, is that we will have members of our regional hub leads. So we have Africa today represented with Zipporah, who is one of our regional hub leads, currently studying for our Masters in Edinburgh, a Masters by Research, funded by Burdett. So there we go, Burdett again, supporting, investing in early career nurses. And then we have Aaron from our Wipro region, Western Pacific, from Taiwan. And actually, Aaron, congratulations, you graduated this week at the University of Edinburgh also with a Masters. And we're going to hear from the two of these wonderful leaders about what's going on in the region and about what they have felt they have gained from being part of our community. And then we'll have an opportunity to hear from our Challenger Committee co-chair. It might be Amy in New York, it might be Sana in the UK. One or two of them will arrive. And maybe if we have time for Q&A and any comments, then we will do so. So let's kick off, because I am going to try today, maybe for the first time, to keep to time. Enjoy and see you on the other side. So someone, Faye, I think is going to put my slides up for me. So yes, Nursing Now Challenge. This is a programme of the Burdett Trust for Nursing. Next slide, please. And our network is truly global. We are made up of students and early career nurses and midwives. There are now over 166,000 members of the Nursing Now Challenge, and that covers over 1,100 organisations. We also have part of that 166,000 are individuals who have themselves joined. And when we have individuals join, we try and help support them to get their organisations to come and be part of the community also. We are slowly creeping up. We are now at 128 countries. I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable. We are nearly in every country in the world. And that is an outstanding achievement. Certainly, we've kind of grown by another 30, maybe nearly 30 countries just in this last sort of maybe 6 to 9 months. We are seeing a real surge, and we think that's because of some of the challenges that nurses and students are facing and midwives around the world. And we certainly offer something for them, a community that they can feel safe in. They have people are like-minded, and being international and cross-cultural means we're learning from each other. Next slide, please. So today I'm going to talk to you about really the structure, who we are, who are the people behind the scenes, talk about some of the opportunities and resources that we have, not all of them, but the key ones that you can access, and then a little glimpse into what's happening in 2025. So the unbelievable thing about Nursing Now Challenge that everyone keeps asking us about is it is totally free to be a member. There is no contract, there's nothing. The only contract we have is that you want to be part of this community, and we are delighted to have you. Kind, generosity, and supportive of each other, and very, very much driven by our membership and what it wants from us. Individuals and organisations alike can join the Nursing Now Challenge. And as I said, we hope to get health employers, universities and colleges around the world joining and bring opportunities to those spaces. Next slide, please. So the Nursing Now Challenge, this slide never does it justice, but we consider to have 4 foundational pillars. There are resources that we will that are available to you. We send these out regularly through our communications by email and updates, and you will see also events advertised on our website, so please do check that out. And they are for different things. They are for development of your leadership, very specific things. If I think about Sigma and their leadership competencies, or our other resources that will support your learning. The networking is key. Those of you who have maybe had my class, who are maybe, Aaron has actually, strategic networking. Networking is one of the key things. If we want to advance change and really strengthen our agency, it will not be optimized without the collaboration with others, and those others come from our networks. So Nursing Now Challenge really comes from the ethos of a social movement driven and led really by the people who are part of it, this community, both online and in person. And that networking will provide you with many things: friendship, mentorship, opportunities, and that's what we want. Wherever you are in the world, it could be someone on the other side of the world, we will be able to connect you with them. And leadership at the very core, cross-cutting both personal and professional leadership development to ensure that whatever is happening locally, that impact will spread and ripple effect through our social movement to global impact. And as I always say, the most important person you will ever lead is yourself, irrelevant of what role you take. And remember, it's never the role, it's the goal. And then research and innovation, which is the research was a response to what we heard from our members. They are interested in research and evidence and how they can demonstrate that. And we hear from our colleagues at WHO, thinking about Dr. Jim Campbell, where he talks about data, dialogue, and decision-making for influencing policy. If we don't have that data, then it really doesn't facilitate conversations and dialogue. With the data, it offers an opportunity for dialogue, and we can use that evidence. And what better evidence than evidence and data derived from nurses who are undertaking research from that professional lens that is so unique to us and not there for others. Next slide, please. And a quick whiz through, our Nursing Now Challenge Advisory Board is from across the world. Obviously, we have Clare there, we have Dame Chris Beasley, former CNO of England, who chairs our board. And then we have a range of colleagues from nursing and non-nursing across the regions of the world. Next slide, please. I mean, these are people who know the names of these individuals, will understand that they are very much senior leaders in the field of workforce, of nursing, and have really been with us since the beginning of our journey. Our newest member is Deborah Toms, so she takes over from Emeritus Professor Jill White, who, I mean, really drove the degree programme for nursing in Australia, was based at Sydney University. And now we have former CNO from Australia with us, Deborah Toms, currently adjunct professor. She says, sorry, she's not here today, but she was just joining the board last month and she is out of country, but she will be with us hopefully at one of our next meetings, and certainly for that region. And then we have Amy and Sana, who are our two early career nurses and midwife. Sana is also training to be a midwife, who sit on the board too. Next slide, please. And then we have the associates. These are individuals who support the Challengers Regional Committee, and I will tell you a little bit about that in their hubs. And they collaborate with the with the advisory board member for their region. And what we do there is these people on the advisory board and the associates are not people who are out of reach. We have a very flat organizational structure. They are there for you. Any of you can contact them and reach out to them. They are available. This is not like any other organization. It doesn't matter your seniority, perhaps. We are all valued and valuable, and we are all available. Next slide, please. And we're going to show you some of our associates. Again, very senior experienced nurses across the region. I mean, look what we've got here: Brazil, USA, many of them in clinical practice, some of them in universities. Next slide. Here we have Finland, Professor Rita, who is part of our Euro region associate, South Korea, just recently appointed, Pakistan. I mean, this is the creme de la creme, and you will have access to them. They are supporting you. The Challengers Committee is made up of about 300 student and early career nurses and midwives from 61 countries. They are members of Nursing Now Challenge. They have self-identified as individuals who want to do a little bit more for us and take on more of an active role. They are driving change and forging the future. This could be you. This is you. They were you. You don't have to have a qualification. You just have to say, I want to do this, and you will take your place in the Challengers Committee. Next slide, please. The structure looks like this. So wherever you are in Nursing Now Challenge, you will be part of a regional hub. And the Challengers Committee really set the scene for activity around these regional hubs. You'll see each region has 4 regional hub leads. These are early career nurses, again, like you, students within, a few years of practice, and they are supported by us. And they drive the agenda really forward. You'll see we have a couple of spaces in Emerald region that we're about to appoint to. People can apply. There is a process. And please, if you're on the call today and you see Western Pacific and Eastern Mediterranean, please think about joining us and joining the Challengers Committee. Next slide, please. And here they are, quick flick through. I mean, look at these young faces. They're wonderful. They're doing it. Keep going. Let's see. And see our latest joiner, Ratna in Indonesia. And here we see Aaron, Western Pacific. And they get up to all sorts of things. Top left, they're at the World Health Organization. Top right, they're meeting the Director General of WHO. There's Zipporah there when she met Dr. Tedros. And they get out and about. And some of them have just recently come back from WISH in Doha, the World Innovation Summit for Health, where they presented, talked about their experiences. Next slide, please. So this is about what resources are available. We'll quickly go through these. Keep going. quick flick through. If you want to find out more, you can find out more on the webpage. Health Action Training. This is a very interesting resource that we have. Everything from a webinar to a postgraduate certificate, and it is an accredited certificate. There is a video there. You can watch that online. It will tell you and let you hear about how that has impacted on people. So hugely transformational opportunity. Again, it's free. It has a train the trainer element. Please go onto the website and sign up. Next slide, please. The 1,000 Challenge, this is a research capacity building element. It's in partnership with the Global Health Network, which has a nursing research arm, which is funded by the Burdett Trust for Nursing, and it's across all countries with a particular focus on low and middle income countries. So if there's an issue that you see in your clinical practice that requires something to change or explored or research, then everything from your original idea and concept right through to actually undertaking the research, being mentored, publications, how to do a literature review, it's all there for you. Next slide, please. And our current Global Solutions Initiative, for some of you have been joining those sessions. We have a partnership with the Sabin Vaccine Institute and their Global HPV Consortium. If anyone in health has not heard about HPV this year, I don't know where you've been. It's one of the big challenges leading the world, and it's one where action is really happening. We're very lucky to be part of that. And as I say, we're doing our Global Solutions Initiative around that. So this is about us engaging with something that has real impact, that we are part of, and that we can ensure change happens. Next slide, please. And then we have the debate series. They will be starting in 2025. And this is about challenging yourself and challenging ourselves about some key issues in our professions. There's some ideas there about what will come up: identity, advocacy, industry. How do we get involved in other areas? Please, if you're interested, get in touch next year. You can be part of one of them. Next slide, please. Global Book Club. For those of you who are really into this kind of thing, we take some really well-known authors, not necessarily from nursing backgrounds. So, for example, we had Catherine Trebeck. She's a policy economist, globally renowned, works with many governments around the world about wellbeing economy. And then we had Lord Nigel Crisp, Sarah de Gregoria from New York, journalist. And our early career nurses get the opportunity to interview them about a chapter in their book. And that is these are wonderful sessions. And you can see some of these previous ones on our YouTube site. Next slide, please. I think just to go back to that book club, one of the things that we must do as professionals within health is develop our critical thinking and our ability to debate and have conversations with people about key issues and take those skills forward. And I think what we offer here is a safe environment to do that. You will do that with support, whereas perhaps where you are now in your workplace, things are so fast paced. Everyone needs something from you. There isn't that space. Well, Nursing Now challenges that space for you. Coming in 2025, huge issues globally around nursing and where we are at. The State of the World's Nursing Report is currently being pulled together. It will launch early next year. We are partnering with them with that. Burdett is, and Nursing Now Challenge will be taking part in many activities around advocacy and awareness raising. This will really set the tone for governments across the world to look at what data has been submitted through the National Health Workforce Accounts. So a real big year for us across the world. Our Global Book Club sessions will be with Professor Dame Anne-Marie Rafferty and Dr. Barbara Stillwell, key people who have influenced nursing, and then health action training leadership courses. Please sign up for these. And then we will also be looking at, within our debate series, some key issues and nursing and midwifery in crisis. Conflict is everywhere. Our members are experiencing that. They have asked us to support them, and we will do it in this way by exploring what's happening to nurses in areas of crisis, conflict, and other challenges we face, and what we can do to support each other. Next slide. And that's all from me. Please stay connected to us. We are on various social media platforms, and our email is on the next slide. If you have any queries, please contact us. If you want to join us, please join our by our website. There is information there. You can join directly. If you need any support, please get in touch with us. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm going to go straight into Clare coming to do her keynote speech, and I've just heard that Ben Sims has joined us. Another organisation that is fantastic, that we love working with and does amazing things. It's just changed its name to the Global Health Partnerships. Again, another place where nurses can express themselves and be supported. In I guess I don't want to say anything else, but Clare, over to you.
Aisha, thank you so much. I've just had to turn the light on because here in Scotland, the daylight is disappearing rapidly, and it's only 3:15. It is just such a joy and a privilege to be here. I have just taken over. This is week 6 as Chief Executive of the Burdett Trust for Nursing, and what an honour that is. I have some slides. They're not quite as exciting as Aisha's, but can you see those? Somebody give me a thumbs up.
Yes, we can see them.
Great, lovely. So let me tell you a little bit about Burdett for those of you who don't know. Henry Burdett was a 19th century philanthropist who could see that nurses, who were largely single women at that time, were retiring in poverty because generally their accommodation came with their job and they had no pensions. So the Royal National Pension Fund for Nurses was established by Henry Burdett, and the Burdett Trust came into being in 2002 with a legacy from that pension fund. So the welfare and well-being of nurses has been at the heart of the Burdett identity for many generations. So I am really privileged to have just taken over as Chief Exec. This slide, one of my team did for me, it says Professor Clare Cable. I'd like to declare that I am an improper professor, unlike Aisha, who is a proper professor, who has earned her stripes through a career of scholarly activity and phenomenal research. I was gifted my professorial title twice by 2 universities in Scotland, and it's a real honour to have been gifted that title, but I need to declare my imposter nature as a professor amongst such great scholars. And what a joy it is to have stepped in and really understood the extraordinary breadth and depth of the Nursing Now Challenge. We are so proud as a charity and not-for-profit organisation to have had a part in enabling the Nursing Now Challenge, and what a joy it is to see the work flourishing under Aisha's leadership in 128 countries. Wow. So who am I? Aisha invited me to say a little bit about myself and my leadership journey. So I'm a children's nurse by background. I've spent most of my career in healthcare quality improvement and policy. I stepped away from clinical nursing relatively early just because I was becoming so frustrated with the need to change things, and becoming skilled in facilitating quality improvement was the way I found to do that. And I have had such an amazing career. And it's just been a huge opportunity and privilege to work alongside clinical experts and just give them the space to reflect on what it is they need to do to enable change for great patient care. So Aisha wondered if I wanted to say a bit about my plans for Burdett. As nurses, we are problem solvers. We are hardwired to fix things. We assess a problem and we know what to do. And sometimes that is exactly right. But sometimes I think we jump in too quickly to fix things before we have really understood the issue. And I guess that's what I have learned as a leader. And that's what I need to remind myself of as I step into this new role as Chief Exec of the Burdett Trust. And some of my learning about that has been through Theory U. Some of you will be familiar with U theory. It's come from the work of Peter Senge and most particularly Otto Scharmer, who are at MIT in Boston in the United States. But it's all about awareness-based change management and all the phenomenal programs that Nursing Now Challenge offers completely support this kind of approach to change. And so my intention is to work with others to think about where is it that the Burdett Trust for Nursing needs to evolve? What is its emerging future? And how can I facilitate that conversation? So at the beginning of U theory is about together building a common intent. And when we want to fix something, we tend to leap in because we have a clear sense of what the problem is and what needs to happen. But to pause and really build a common intention is so important and something I have learned the hard way how to do. And the sensing to observe, 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 listen, 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 notice, 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 just as you do as a clinician to be aware of the little things, the subtle things, and also be aware of your own reactions. And it's something that I'm still a beginner, but I'm learning to do, is to really notice and listen and observe before setting off with my action plan. And at the bottom of the U is a space where collectively we pause and reflect deeply on what it is that needs to happen. And with some of our wicked, complex problems, that space is so important because we can sometimes put a lot of time and energy into fixing the wrong thing. But once we've worked that out, to prototype that swiftly is something that's really energizing. And you will have experience in quality improvement methods, plan, do, study, act cycles. And this is the moment when you need to apply them. And I'm looking forward to that point when we get to it as a group at the Burdett Trust. And then looking at how is that embodied and sustained. And that's the exciting part. But to do that, it's all about listening. And some of you may know Maureen Bissingano, and she sometimes uses this slide about levels of listening, because so often we think we're being open-minded, but we hear what we want to hear, and we tend to listen for the things that confirm our own views. And learning to listen at that much deeper level is a real challenge, and it continues to challenge me. I had a conversation recently with a dear friend who I suddenly realized had a completely different view to me on an issue that's really close to my heart. And it would have been so easy to rush in and try and persuade her that my view was the right one. But I stopped myself and breathed and stepped into that curiosity to understand a bit more. What was it like to see the world in her way? And for me to understand a bit more about how someone I love and who I thought had shared my values could have such a different view on something so important. And it's about leaning in and being willing to be changed by what we hear. And I learned such a lot from that conversation the other week about how it feels to have a different view on something really important. And I think I was changed. I haven't changed my views on the issue, but I have changed my views on how it is that others might hold a view that was quite different from my own. And that open mind, open will, open heart is so hard, but so important, I think, as we go forward as leaders. And just lastly, to maintain that open mind, open heart, and listen deeply, we need to listen to ourselves, just as Aisha said, that self-care. And Kristen Neff is one of my favourite authors around this. And another time we can perhaps have a more fulsome conversation about this, but that attitude of kindness to self is at the heart of being able to listen well to others. I said I'd keep to time. I think I'm just within my 10 minutes. So big thank you. It's a joy to be with you. Please step in and make the most of Nursing Now Challenge. It is through networks and connecting with others that I have learned so much about myself and about change and about supporting those who are most marginalized in our communities. So please step in, get involved, and make the most of the opportunity that Nursing Now Challenge has to offer. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Clare. And I mean, an excellent keynote there where we are hearing about approaches to new things or how we engage with new experiences. And I hope those of you listening might check out some of the readings or some of the literature around the theory U. I've actually taken part in some of this with Brendan McCormack, Professor Brendan McCormack, who is a very good colleague of both Clare's and ours. However, without much ado, thank you so much, Clare, for that wonderful and welcome again to the Nursing Now Challenge community. We are delighted, and hopefully, I think Clare's eyes have got bigger and bigger as the weeks have gone on with some of the events she's coming to, and she's hearing from you and has been so impressed with what she's seen so far. And I would just like to give a little shout out to Yusuf, who is the CNO, the Chief Nursing Officer from Yemen, who is joining. Yusuf, thank you so much for being with us today. But I want to hand over to someone who some of you will know, and that is our very own Sanagal. She is going to just come and give you a little chat about Nursing Now Challenge. She is the Challengers Committee co-chair, or was, and is now co-chair on the Nursing Now Challenge board. And oh yeah, Yusuf his hand is up. That's wonderful. Lovely to see you. But over to Sana.
Thank you so much for this organizing the meeting. I feel so proud of all of my colleagues from different countries. I am Yusuf Shaabi, the Director General of Nursing in Ministry of Health at national country. Actually, just I have one question, please. We need to know our position in the close future. As example, we hear every day the threats of climate change and the disaster and the man-made disaster like wars and nuclear disaster. So just only my question in my mind: what is our role in the future? I mean, as example, do we have nurses and protocols to treat like nuclear disaster, and we remember the COVID-19, the champion in the world was the nurses. So we need to enhance this directions, and I have recommendation to enhance this meetings, and many my colleagues, director, chief nursing officer in the region in the Middle East, if they hear about this meeting, they will involve, and the like to share with this initiative.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yusuf,
so much.
thank you so much, Yusuf. And wonderful that you were able to speak to us and if people can hear your voice. And it's wonderful for our early career nurses to hear senior leaders here. Thank you so much. We are going to go to Sana, but Yusuf, we were actually
Thank you.
talking today about getting in touch with you and your colleagues, and absolutely we will get you involved in our work forthcoming in 2025 around nursing and midwifery in crisis. So we will arrange a call with you. Over to Sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Aisha. Hi. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you, Claire. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. Hi, everybody. There's familiar faces who knows me, and the unfamiliar faces who doesn't know me. I am Sanagul. I'm a registered nurse. I qualified in 2020, just in pandemic, from Pakistan. And then I worked as a digital health nurse in Pakistan before coming to UK as an international qualified nurse in 2022. Then I went into community midwifery. For some reason, I love midwifery. So now I'm a final year student midwife at University of Birmingham. I'm with nursing now since I was a final year student nurse from Pakistan in 2019. Have been a member for 1 year, then 4 years. I have been the regional lead for Eastern Mediterranean region, and just now I got the opportunity to be the co-chair of the program, and I'm very privileged. I just want to give a call to motivate everyone here present, our senior nurse leaders, Yusuf, like you, the chief nurse officers of Yaman and Gul Sinai, and many senior leaders who are in organizations. I urge you to join the Challengers Committee as organizations, because that will benefit a lot of early career nurses and nursing students working within your departments to have leadership development opportunities and networking opportunities. And all the early career nurses and midwives joining today, or if you know anybody who would like to join us, just pass the word, and you can just go to the website, and I'll just share the link of the form for registration as well. And as Aisha already showed the different kind of opportunities you can have, what programs and projects we have been done or already doing, and the upcoming in 2025. This is amazing opportunity. I tell you from my own experiences, I'm a different person just because of Nursing Now Challenge. I'm being honest, I wouldn't be a nurse. I would leave nursing when I graduated in 2020 if I was not a part of Nursing Now Challenge. And I'm being very honest, because the working conditions, as Claire said, she was not very happy other things were working. She had to move to QI to change the things. That was exactly happening, but I did not have the support or the opportunities to go where I could change the things. That's where Nursing Now came in, and I was able to stay and educate and then get the confidence and empowerment. I've been able to travel to World Health Assembly in Geneva, visit the ICN office in Geneva. Recently, just 3 weeks ago, I was in Qatar presenting in a strategic investment of nurses through Nursing Now and Wish Foundation Qatar. Have been to different conferences in London, have been part of the leadership course, which is provided by HET, and have tremendous different kinds of platforms and opportunities to develop myself from within, my leadership developments, the professional developments, and the amazing network that I have formed. Amazing network, friends, which we can discuss things, which we can share our learnings. So this is the place for you. For early career nurse, come and join us, and we can't wait to work with you. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Sana, I honestly I have this emotional response when I listen to you speak. It's so beautiful. And thank you so much for your honesty also. When you spoke in Doha at Wish, you had a spontaneous round of applause from a room that was absolutely packed out, standing room. People outside were turned away. In fact, Sultana, the chief exec, got in touch with me yesterday to say what an outstanding session it was. She's still hearing people talking about it. You and the other colleagues there, Stefan and Faith and Andreas, you were wonderful, and hopefully you're inspiring everyone here, because you're not any different. You are the same as them. They can be and live in the space that you're living with. They have to just join this community and go on forward with us. On that note, we are going to now hear from Zipporah in Africa, except she's not in Africa, she's in Bonnie, Scotland. Zipporah, thank you, Sana, so much. Over to Zipporah.
Thank you, Aisha, for this opportunity. I was just listening to Sana and I'm like, I relate to that experience so much. And I think her and I have been one of those OG members of the Nursing Now since its beginning, and it has been amazing. Hi, everyone. My name is Zipporah Iregi. I am the leader for the Africa Regional Hub. And we are 4 of us. So I am loving my other co-hub leaders, and it has just been a wonderful opportunity to be able to contribute to Nursing Now in this way. And I'm currently pursuing a Master's of Science by Research funded by Burdett Trust. Thank you so much, Burdett. And Aisha is my supervisor, so she's been keeping me busy. But I'm really, really enjoying my time here, except for the weather. It is an honor to share my journey of the Nursing Now challenge with all of you, sharing how it has profoundly changed me both personally and professionally. And I hope that this will serve to encourage a lot of you to join in, or like Claire said, to step in and get involved. So I joined the Nursing Now challenge in 2019. I was just completing my education, and I was still trying to discover who I am, as a nurse, and what I could do to contribute more as a nurse. And I knew deep down, just like a gut feeling, that there was more that I could do as a nurse. And I feel like at the point where I was graduating, there was not a lot of opportunities for that. So thankfully, I was able to connect with some of my mentors who introduced me to Nursing Now Challenge, and it sparked a passion in me to go beyond just the bedside and advocate for stronger healthcare systems and empowerment of healthcare workers all around the world. Inspired by the challenge, when I was training, we actually started a mentorship program in Kenya. And at the time, it was just us sharing our experiences and what I had learned from the Nursing Now, to be honest, sharing that with other young nurses in Kenya, just to be able to pass on and make sure that none of us is left behind. And I'm so grateful to report that the program has now grown to reach over 3,000 students all across the country. And it's just very exciting and incredible to see the excitement and commitment of early career nurses, not just in my country and even beyond, their excitement to do more in their communities. And through the Nursing Now Challenge, I've had countless opportunities for growth. And I will align them with the 4 pillars Aisha talked about. So in terms of resources, I've benefited from an array of resources, including the Health Action Training Program. I think that was one incredible opportunity. And that program helped me grow my confidence in advocacy and in communication. And there are so many other webinars that have also been part of my time in the Nursing Now Challenge. And every learning, to be honest, has just served to enrich my knowledge and provide me the practical tools I need to, drive change in my small community of Kenya, and also globally. In leadership, I think one of the most significant impacts for me has been the mentorship I've received, since its beginning. I can mention so many, I think, from like Dr. Holloway, Barbara Stilwell, who I'm excited is going to be joining one of the programs in 2025, Aisha Holloway, the former director, Lisa Baylis Pratt. They have been so instrumental in my journey, and I would not trade that experience for anything. And now I've had the recent privilege to meet Clare, and I'm looking forward to learning from her and continue to serve in the Nursing Now Challenge through her guidance. And I think their encouragement and examples of leadership, it's amazing what these women, these nurses have been able to do throughout their lives to inform policy, to drive change, to build on and mentor young nurses like me. And I think I'm daily inspired to continue to dream bigger and strive for excellence.
Thank you, Zippy. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. That is wonderful. I mean, you've been here from the beginning, from Nursing Nowadays, and contributed so much. And
Yeah.
your work in Africa as a community leader, and your master's dissertation, which is on a very interesting topic. You might want to just give that a little shout out, but she is working very hard, everyone, let me tell you. And we're going to move over. Zippy, thank you so much. Hopefully people have enjoyed that. If you want to hear more from Zippy, then let us know. She'll be popping up along with other people in many of our sessions across the year coming. But over to our Western Pacific region. And Aaron, who will be with us right now. Here he is. Aaron, over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Is my audio like audible right now? Sorry in advance, because right now I'm at an airport in Seville. So good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. And it is an honor to share a little bit about my journey as the Nursing Now Challenge Western Pacific Regional Hub Lead. So coming from Taiwan, I bring 3 years of experience working in a medical center, which shaped my foundation in nursing practice. And recently, I literally just graduated from the University of Edinburgh, and where all these have I deepened my understanding of nursing and explore innovative ways to empower others in this field. Now, stepping into this role, as soon as I joined the Challenges Committee, has been an inspiring and transformative experience. Through this position, I had the privilege of connecting with incredible individuals from across the region, nursing and midwifery professionals who are not only accomplished, but deeply passionate about their unique areas of practice. They've inspired me to continue striving to empower nursing and midwifery students, as well as early career professionals, not only within the Western Pacific region, but on a global scale. So a little bit about my experience with the Nursing Now, a side note, but one of the most enriching experiences has been participating in 2 global book clubs, 2 sessions alongside political economist Catherine Trebek that Aisha mentioned earlier. And these interdisciplinary discussions have shown me that the value of venturing beyond traditional boundaries, fostering holistic growth and embracing diverse perspectives. And now looking ahead, I am excited about the ongoing initiatives we are building together. Currently, I'm hosting a tri-monthly education webinar series for our region. These sessions aim to spotlight less discussed yet equally important themes in nursing and midwifery. And the next webinar is scheduled for December 6th. And I warmly invite all of you to join us in this and what promises to be another meaningful conversation. And to close this together, we have the opportunity to uplift one another, expand horizons, and shape the future of healthcare. I am eager to continue working with all of you to create a more inclusive and empowered global nursing community. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Aaron. You've been such a wonderful new addition to us and that region. You've hosted a couple of events which have been very interesting around curriculum, pedagogy, and some other very important issues around how do we engage with countries where English is not the first spoken language. And we're working on all of those things, really listening to what's going on in that region and pushing it forward. So congratulations again on that wonderful achievement from Edinburgh University of your Masters. And I know you are not stopping there. You are going to continue. We've got a few minutes left. In fact, when we finish this, we're straight on to another call. Another meeting where we're welcoming some more of our associates who are working with our advisory board members. There is no there's no rest, even on a Friday afternoon. So I'm just going to open the floor up for the last few minutes. Are there any specific questions you may want to ask Zipporah, Sana, or Aaron, or Claire, or even myself, or the team behind the scenes who's making all this possible, Hannah and Faye? Is there anything you would like to ask us or comment on, or here's the thing, compliment us on? I mean, you know, we're open to anything here. We're listening, we're engaging. So please let us know if there is anything that you would like to pick up on. I have put a few things in the chat, as have other people. Thank you everyone for sharing who you are, where you have come from, and of course, we're available to pick up on anything with you after this event. Please go on to our web pages and have a look. There's some new stuff coming that we're working on at the moment. I'm not going to say too much about that, but we will be launching something on our website next year, early next year, and it will be a great opportunity for you to be able to see more of who this community is and the reach that we have. There's a little poll here. If you're not already a member, would you like to join the Nursing Now Challenge? Please complete that. Otherwise, I think we will say goodbye, unless there's anything else. Yeah, join the Nursing Now Challenge. I've put a little link into the MRes scholarships. They're open now for applications. You could be in Zipporah's shoes next year. And she's still smiling, you see. She's still smiling despite it being freezing. And the wonderful thing, Zipporah saw snow for the first time last week, didn't you, Zipporah?
Yes, it was so beautiful. But cold, but it was nice.
Yes, exactly. Oh, here we go. How do you identify areas of future work for the Global Solutions Initiative? Here's the thing, we get them from you. Oh, hi. So Annika, yes, Global Solutions Initiatives, we identify them from our members and anything that's happening or some of our partners. So Sabin, we've already worked with them before on vaccine hesitancy and had our vaccine ambassadors. Some of them are still involved in that work. And I've just come back from UNGA. So Amy has been to her third UN General Assembly. So it will come from anybody. You know, there's no set list. We will just pick them up as we go along. Gull, I was wondering, congratulations to the Nursing Now Challenge. I don't know if you want to just have maybe a final word for us today. That's wonderful what you've put in the chat. I'm asking you, did you want to say anything? Nope. She's put it in the chat, some wonderful words for their exceptional efforts in empowering nurses and healthcare professionals worldwide. Your dedication to collaboration, innovation, and integration across disciplines is shaping a stronger, more united global health workforce. And thanking us. Well, listen, thank you. Thank you, everyone who has attended today. Thank you for your continued support. Au revoir to our French colleagues. And we really hope to engage with you. Please get in touch with us. I think we're going to try and arrange a meeting to engage. That's it. Claire has said it. That is a beautiful last word from Gull. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.